learning the alphabet in details, we covered 4 letters which were Dal, Ba, Mim, and Nun. We explained the demonstrative pronoun this and said that in Arabic there are 2 words for this, one for masculine and the other one is for feminine. The masculine word for this is hada and the feminine word is hadihi. We highlighted 2 main characteristics of Arabic. The first one is that there are no such definite article for singular or indefinite words such as a or an in Arabic. Instead, we use tanween ad-dam to refer to a singular or an indefinite word. Hence, when we want to say this is a boy, we say hada waladun, and for this is a girl, we say hadihi bintun. The second grammatical information we covered was how to ask with what in Arabic. We said that the equivalent of what is ma, and if we want to ask what is this, we have 2 options. For a masculine we say ma hada, and for a feminine we say ma hadihi. This is a quick review of lesson number 3. For those missing it, please check the link in the description for the complete lesson. Now let's start our lesson for today. In this lesson, we will learn 4 new letters, and they are Ra, Zay, Waw, and Ya. We will have the demonstrative pronoun that, and we will learn how to connect words and phrases with the connection article and. So let's start. Bismillah. Our first letter for today is Ra. Ra is the 10th letter in the Arabic alphabet. In a keyboard, it is found with the key. In an Apple keypad, it is found in the 3rd row. And in an Android, it is also found in the 3rd row. As far as the pronunciation of Ra, it is similar to the Ra of Ran. It is named Ra, and with the harakat, it is pronounced as Re, Ru, Re. And with the long vowels, it becomes Ra, Ru, Ri. Examples of Ra with the harakat are with Fatha, Rajul, Rajul, with Dhamma, Ruz, Ruz, with Kasra, Rijl, Rijl, with Sukun, Marsa, Marsa. Notice the pronunciation of these 2 words. They have the same letters but different harakat. This is another example of how harakat change the pronunciation and meaning of words. For those missing this subject, please check lesson number 1, in which we explain the impact of harakat in detail. So, Rajul, Rijl, Rajul, Rijl. Examples of Ra with the long vowels: Raya, Raya, Ruh, Ruh, Rih, Rih. As far as the positions of Ra, in the initial position we have Raf, Raf. In the medial one, Marma, Marma. In the final one, Qamar, Qamar. Please notice there are no much differences between the 3 positions of Ra, except for the extension that connects the letters with each other. Our second letter for today is Zay. It is the same as Ra in writing, except it has a dot over it. Zay is the 11th letter in the Arabic alphabet. It is found with a dot in the keyboard. In an Apple keypad, it is found in the 3rd row, just above the masafa. And in an Android, it is also found in the 3rd row. Zay is pronounced as Z, just like the Z of zone. And with the harakat, it becomes Z, Zu, Z. With the long vowels, it becomes Za, Zu, Z. Examples of it: first with the harakat, with Fatha we have Zabib, Zabib, Zabib. With Dhamma, Zubd, Zubd. With Kasra, Zir, Zir. With Sukun, Mazra'a, Mazra'a. With long vowels, Zawiya, Zawiya. Zurzur, Zurzur. Please notice that the first Zai is with Dhamma with the haraka dhamma, and the second zai is followed by the long vowel waw. So notice the difference in pronunciation. Zur, zur, the short and long vowels. Zur, 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 zur. And with the ya we have zina, zina. As far as the positions of zai, in the initial position we have zahra, zahra. In the medial, makhzan, makhzan. And in the final one we have mouse, mouse. So as you see, there are no differences in writing the zai in the three positions. Our third letter for today is waw. Waw is the 27th letter in the Arabic alphabet. Waw is found with the comma in the keyboard. In an Apple, it is found in the third row, and in an Android, it is found in the third row as well. The pronunciation of waw is similar to the waw of woman, and with the harakat, it becomes wa, wu, wi. With the long vowel, it becomes wa, wu, wi. Examples of waw: with the fatha, wajh, wajh. With the dhamma, wudu, wudu. With the kasra, wi'a, wi'a. And with sukoon, lawn, lawn. Now with long vowels, wahid, wahid. طاووس, طاووس. طويل, طويل, which means long. And for the positions of waw, in the initial we have warda, warda. By the way, warda is a synonym of zahra. In the medial, hoot, hoot. And in the final position, dalu, dalu. Notice here also we have no much differences between the three positions of waw as far as its shape. The last letter for today is ya. Ya is the 28th and last letter in the Arabic alphabet. In a keyboard, ya is found with D. In an Apple keypad, ya is in the second row, and it is in the same position in an Android. Ya is similar to the ye of yes, and with the harakat it becomes ye, you, yi. And with long vowels it becomes ya, you, yi. Examples of it: with the harakat, with the fatha, yad, yad. With the dhamma, yumna, yumna. With the kasra, mayyit, mayyit. And with the sukoon, ayn, ayn. Examples with long vowels: khiyar, khiyar. غيوم, غيوم. تبييل, تبييل. تبييل means footer, the footer that we add in Word documents. As far as the positions of ya, we have in the initial position, yacht, yacht. In the medial, layl, layl. And a final ya in kursi, kursi. Please notice here the difference in the three positions of ya. In the initial and medial, it has almost the same shape, but in the final one it differs and has the default shape of the letter ya when it comes in isolation. Now let's review some words. This is exercise number 1. Match the following keywords with the pictures. Don't forget to leave the answers in the comments or in the group. By the way, we have started another group in Telegram, so if you would like to join us, please let me know in the comments bar. Our grammar zone for today is about the demonstrative pronoun that. In English, the demonstrative pronoun that is the same for both masculine and feminine. Thus, when pointing at a boy, we say that boy, and at a girl, we say that girl. Now let's see how we say that in Arabic. Just like the case of hada and hadihi, which we covered in lesson number 3, in Arabic there are two words for that, one for feminine and another one for masculine. The masculine word of that in Arabic is ذلك. ذلك. ذلك is also like هذا and هذه. It is pronounced with alif but written without alif. So we write it just like the one in the blue box, but pronounce it just like the one in the red box. ذلك has a variant word. It is ذاك. ذاك. ذاك has the same meaning of ذلك, but it is of less use than it. The difference between them, as Arabic linguists say, is controversial. Some say that ذاك is used to refer to something which is closer than that which is referred to with ذلك. But the important thing to know is that ذلك is most common in use. The feminine word of that is تلك. تلك. تلك is pronounced as it is written. So here we have no omitted alif like هذا, هذه, and ذلك. Now remember, ذلك, ذلك, and the less used ذاك, ذاك, and the feminine one تلك, تلك. Now let's have some examples. ما ذلك؟ ذلك رجل. ذلك رجل. ما تلك؟ تلك رجل. تلك رجل. ما ذلك؟ ذلك وجه. ذلك وجه. ما تلك؟ تلك يد. تلك يد. ما ذلك؟ ذلك يخت. ذلك يخت. ما تلك؟ تلك وردة. تلك وردة. Now let's have examples of all the demonstrative pronouns from Quran. هذا, هذه, ذلك, and تلك. By the way, ذاك is not mentioned in Quran. In the first verse we have هذا البلد, or without the last fatha if we want to pronounce it in isolation, هذا البلد. هذا البلد. So balad is a masculine word which means country or land. In the second verse we have هذه الحياة, or هذه الحياة. هذه الحياة. Hayat is feminine and it means life. Now we have examples of ذلك and تلك. In the first verse we have ذلك الكتاب, or ذلك الكتاب. ذلك الكتاب. Kitab is masculine and means book. In the next verse we have تلك الجنة, or تلك الجنة. تلك الجنة. Jannah is feminine and means heaven or paradise. Now let's move forward and try to connect words and phrases together by the conjunction article and. When we want to connect words in English, we simply insert and between them. So in connecting two names, we say X and Y. For example, Ahmed and Muhammad. In Arabic, the same is applied by adding the article wa. It is only the letter waw with a fatha. Wa. Wa. So we say Ahmed wa Muhammad. Ahmed wa Muhammad. This is the case if we want to connect two words only. But when connected more than two words, there is a slight difference between Arabic and English. In English, we used to separate the words with commas and add the connection article and before the last word. So in listing a group of names, we say Ahmed, Muhammad, Ali, and Hassan. But in Arabic, we add the article wa before each next word. So we say Ahmed wa Muhammad wa Ali wa Hassan. As far as typing is concerned, please notice that the waw is attached to the next word without a space. So you type wa and directly type the name or the word that follows it. So you see wa Muhammad wa Ali wa Hassan all seems as if it is a one word. Now let's have some examples. In this verse I have highlighted the wa article with red, so please notice the words as I read them in the verse. إنا أوحينا إليك كما أوحينا إلى نوح والنبيين. This is the first word. والنبيين. والنبيين means and the prophets. من بعده وأوحينا. and we have revealed. وأوحينا إلى إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق ويعقوب والأسباط وعيسى وأيوب ويونس وهارون وسليمان. All these are names of prophets connected with the article with. وآتينا, and we have given داود زبورا. Now let's practice connecting some phrases. ما هذه وما ذلك. ما هذه وما ذلك. The answer is هذه وردة وذلك زر. هذه وردة وذلك زر. ما هذا وما تلك. هذا ولد وتلك بنت. هذا ولد وتلك بنت. Now your turn. Please try to do the following and add your answers in the comments or in the group. Exercise number 1. ما ذلك وما تلك. ذلك وتلك. ما هذا وما تلك. هذا وتلك. ما هذه وما ذلك. The answer is مزرعة ومرسى. Please add the pronouns. ما تلك وما هذا. Now you have to give both of the phrases. ما هذه وما تلك. ما هذه وما تلك. Now try to find the demonstrative pronouns in these verses and show their gender. You have 3 verses, A, B, and C. Exercise number 3, find the conjunction 1 in the verse and underline the words that follow it. Before we end our lesson for today, let's review the keywords by reading and repeating them. Please listen and repeat. رجل رجل. راية راية. روح روح. ريح ريح. زاوية زاوية. زهرة زهرة. وردة وردة. يد يد. And the other group. رف رف. رز رز. رجل رجل. مرسى مرسى. مرمى مرمى. زر زر. زبيب زبيب. زبد زبد. زينة زينة. زرزور زرزور. وجه وجه. وضوء وضوء. وعاء وعاء. لون لون. طاووس طاووس. حوت حوت. دلو دلو. ميت ميت. عين عين. خيار خيار. يخت يخت. ليل ليل. كرسي كرسي. This is everything for today. I wish that all the information are easy to perceive. Please leave your comments, questions, and everything that comes in your mind in the comments. Inshallah, in lesson number 5,